You're listening to an AppleViz podcast.
Hello and welcome. My name is Thomas Domville, also known as Anonymous. In this podcast, I'm going to introduce you to a feature that is only found in Safari. So you're not going to be able to find this within any other third-party apps browser. So if you're one of those that use Chrome or Edge or Firefox or DuckDuckGo, you're not going to be able to use this particular feature because it's exclusive to Safari. It is called Listen to Page. Every so often, I am having to go to my Safari and just kind of glance over or seek out some news sources out there that does not have a feed. And some of my Disney news that I like to follow don't have RSS feed, which thus means I could use a third-party app to retrieve some news called an RSS aggregator, but in this case, they don't have that ability for a feed. So that's for another day, another topic. But the point is, if you ever find yourself reading news articles or you just simply want a page read to you, this is the feature to look at. I'll show you several ways how to use it, as there's a couple ways to take advantage of the Listen to Page. Now let's talk about Listen to Page. What is this feature? So this feature allows you to have the TTS voice, not so much your voiceover voice, because in this case, it's going to be using your Siri voice. So whatever your default Siri voice is going to use to read the page. So to make sure you have the right voice installed or the one you want it to use, you'll have to make sure to go under Settings, under Siri, and then select the voice you want. In this case, I'm using voice number 4 for Siri. That's going to be reading these pages to me. So it's essentially that. You just tell it to listen to page, and it's going to read that article or page on that website or web page. Now, what's cool about this, it takes it to the next level. You are probably familiar with the reader mode. Reader mode allows you to see the article with minus the advertisement and things like that. Well, Listen to Page will take that one step higher. Not only does it takes it into reader mode, but it takes out all the links. Sometimes it just drives me crazy because I have to flick to the right a lot of times as I hear all these links. And yes, there is a 2-finger pull down feature that allows you to read from that point in down, but if you notice, it stops and it goes link, stop, and it always does that. It's just very not natural, not smooth. So in this case, and also it's a great way to hands off. So if you got to do the dishes or make some dinner or lunch like that, just have it read an article to you while you're doing that. So there's just plenty of ideas to use this feature in particular. So I'm going to head into Safari here.
Safari. Double tap to open.
As there's an article already in here, I'm going to bring up for this demonstration. So I'll open up Safari here.
Safari.
Now I'm going to go to the top of the page with 4 fingers towards the top half of the screen here. Okay, so here we are. So let me give you an example of what the experience is like when you use Safari and you're going to a page you want to read the article. So as you swipe to the right, you probably will hear the following things as an example.
Magic Kingdom, link. Epcot, link. Hollywood Studios, link.
Those are your typical web elements, links that you can go to those particular parks. But let's go to the actual article. I'm going to go to my heading and go to the first heading on this page.
Tickets for D23. The Ultimate Disney Fan Event go on sale March 26th, heading level 1.
All right, so you got to the article, you hear this heading number 1, and then you typically will probably hear this experience as you're trying to get to the actual article.
Posted by Mike, link. January 11th, 2024. Link. Facebook. Swipe up or down to select a custom action, then double tap to activate. Link. Twitter. Link. Pinterest. Link. WhatsApp. Visited. Link. Copy URL. Visited. Link. Copy URL. Disney has announced that tickets for the upcoming rebranded D23 Expo. Link. Swipe up or down to select a custom action, then double tap to activate.
Not great, right? So you could probably understand why I get kind of frustrated sometimes. And it's just really up to you how you like to listen to your article here. Now, I'm going to show you 2 different ways how you can listen to the article in with the Listen to Page option. At the very bottom left-hand corner,
Toolbar, back, dimmed button. Double tap and hold to open history.
You got your back button. Now, just right above that button should be something called page settings.
Page settings button.
Let's do a one-finger double tap on that item.
Manage extensions button.
Now, I'm going to swipe to the right until we get to listen to page. Now, there's could be quite a few items in here, and you're going to hear some of the things that what I have in the page settings that might sound different than your device. So bear in mind, there might be some additional things in mind that you don't have, or there's maybe some things that you have and I don't. But the one we want to focus on is to listen to page. So swipe to the right until we get to listen to the page.
Add Guard Pro button. Privacy Report button. Website Settings button. Show IP address button. Reduce other privacy protections button. Turn off content blockers button. Request desktop website button. Hide toolbar button. Listen to page button.
And at last, we are here. Now, remember where that page setting button is at the bottom left, because you're going to be needing that in a moment, and I'll show you that. As you double tap this, what this is going to do is going to automatically kick in that mode I was telling you about, to listen to page. So it essentially goes to reader mode, so it strips out everything, and then plus additional on top of that, it'll strip out the links. So you're going to hear a very natural and very smooth way of listening to the article. So double tap this with one finger.
Tickets
Page
for
1 of 8.
D23. Top of screen.
The Ultimate Disney
Safari
Fan
event go on sale March 26th. Mike, January 11th, 2024. Disney has announced that tickets for the upcoming rebranded D23 Expo will go on sale March 26th. Here's the announcement. Selected page today during
button.
Disney Advertising's
More
Global
controls
Tech and
button.
Data Showcase
Speaking rate
at CS
button.
2024.
Listening controls.
Asad
Pause.
Ayaz. Listening controls. Play.
So essentially what I've done there, I found the page settings, one finger double tap on that, and just swipe to the right. And you will hear those different various options that you just heard. So I'll go back to the top here so you can go back and see what I have just went over.
More controls. Button.
That will show you all the controls that we saw previously. Right now it's in this listen to page mode, so you're only going to see the controls for listen to page. Now, if you double tap on more controls, it'll bring up all the other previous controls that we heard before, such as going to the desktop mode, turn off the content, and things like that. So go to the right here.
Speaking rate. Button.
And as you would think, is if you do not like the speech rate, if it's too slow for you, this is how you increase it or decrease it. This is a great way of doing that. Double tap that to increase and decrease the speech rate.
Listening controls. Play. Actions available.
And this is where I came to and hit double tap to pause this. So if you want to resume, you put one finger double tap to play. This is also where you can do, if you swipe up from here,
skip forward, skip backward.
Is how you can go forward and backwards within the article itself.
Activate, default.
So if you double tap this once again, it'll resume.
Listening
Chief
controls.
Brand
Officer
Pause.
for the Walt Disney Company announced that tickets for D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan event, will go on sale starting March 20. Listening controls. Play.
And I double tap to stop. Is that not a smooth experience? See what I mean? It just makes it reading so much nicer, and I'm able to enjoy the article in a better way than having to swipe so many times. And then if you go to the right here,
End listening button.
if you're done listening to this article, you just do one double tap on end listening. And now we're back to the web page itself.
January 11th.
Now, I did mention there is a second way of doing it. And this is my preferred way of doing it, is asking Siri to listen to this page. Or you can just say, could you read this page to me? And she'll read it to you. And then you can also invoke her again and tell her to pause or resume, which we're going to do right now. So I'm going to take Siri here, and I'm going to tell her to read this article. Read this article.
Today, during Disney Advertising's Global Tech and Data Showcase at CS 2024,
Toolbar.
Share Asad
Button.
Ayaz, Chief Brand Officer for the Walt Disney Company, announced
Pause. And then you can pause from here. And if you want to resume, you tell her to resume. Resume.
that tickets for D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan event, will go on sale starting March 26th.
And stop. So those are the two different ways that you can initiate to listen to page. It's as simple as that. And And I wanted to present this little feature to you so that you could be aware of this feature and you can utilize it any way you want it when you need it. So that is Listen to Page. My name is Thomas Domville, also known as Nanomouse. Until next time, bye-bye.
This AppleVis podcast has been brought to you by the community of applevis.com for the latest in resources and tips and tricks to get you the best experience from your Apple device. Visit www.applevis.com.